We have this the son that dies, Mary, and Mary is called Bloody Mary because she has 300 crosses. And I'm going to do something now that will scare everyone onto the side of the road. It's going to happen any minute now. Are you ready? Open up the gates. I'm going to leave you on tenterhooks. They're going to come after me. Just let me know when they do. Onto this side. Actually, see now how busy it is.
Oh my gosh.
It's yeah, I'm gonna skip. Thank you. Right. So the police, actually this is good. The police have come in because they've got to open up the gate, otherwise nothing is going to happen because they won't be able to get outside. So the horses here, the police, they are running the operation. They will be normally two in front and two at the back. And, you know, for example, if I decided I want to do something very, very silly,
Like run over there?
like
Jump the fence?
chuck a flag or something like that. Even as they're marching, the soldiers would do nothing, even though they're professional soldiers. It's the police. The police are running this operation and they'll be on me like a ton of bricks. The guards are only here for their ceremonial duties.
I like how they had to unlock that gate. He just lifted it.
High security. Lucky we don't have Michael Fagan. That's going to be one of those things, isn't it? Was it locked? No, it wasn't. Mind you saying that, that's probably going to hop over.
Yeah. If I get caught halfway, I'd be in trouble.
I mean, here they come, guys. Here they go. Right, enjoy this. We've got the royal box here. So, the sergeant on duty. See the red sash there? He is going to call out the soldiers now and get them to form up. And talking about Monty Python, I always think this is you can see where Monty Python got their inspiration, the way that they shuffle along and things like that. So the sergeant on duty, you can see he's got a red sash. That sash actually comes from the battlefields because when he lost a member of the regiment, he would tie a knot in the sash, and that way then he knew how many soldiers had been lost. And here they come. Remember, this is fun for us, but for them, this is really... It is, because they're going to be inspected, and if things are not correct, they're going to be in trouble. So even if
But they won't send them back.
they can do, and it has happened, very rarely. It happened maybe twice when they've been here. It's a horrible moment, because you know, obviously they're going to go in the neck from everyone. Forming up now, eyes to the right as they form up to make sure they're in a straight line. And the sergeant on duty is going to be tense as well, because of course his duty, I should say his or hers, because of course we have women that have joined now since 2018. He or she, you know, they'll be under pressure because if they're standing at ease now. You always know the officer because the officer has the biggest bearskin hat. James. We haven't spotted the regiment yet, have we?
Looks like that hat, can't see a thing.
It does, doesn't it? It really does. So, it looks like there is no plume. Do you remember the regiment? Yeah, the Scots. There is actually another way of knowing which regiment, which I can just see, and I think it's the buttons. You see the buttons are in threes.
Right.
Because the regiments are in order of precedence, and Scotland are number 3, so their buttons are in threes. I'm sure I've counted that correctly, but I can't see any threes. Now, the band may be a different regiment. Okay, here is the drum, and then the drum coming through. If it is one of the Royals' birthday, William, Kate, then the drum major wears a special gold threaded uniform, which is spectacular. although one of my guests didn't hear me correctly, she thought I meant that William would be coming out. And so she said, "Is it William?" And I thought, how humiliating. Can you imagine on your birthday? Right, get out there, put that gold uniform on and start marching. And I can see a white, green and white for the drum major,
Yes.
which is, yes, we've got the Welsh Guards. Well, let's see, because the drum major can be different from the whole of the musicians. Now, one thing I've not mentioned, if the musicians do play, they may play something inside here before they move, which is something you wouldn't expect. They may play like music, modern music. Adele.
I know it won't be the Star Spangled Banner.
No, not me. Never know, on the 4th of July, possibly. Here come the band, this is fabulous. But they can play like Adele, Taylor Swift, Beatles, yep. And the reason they're doing this is two reasons. First reason is they're practicing their repertoire because they are professionally trained musicians. I've not told you actually, the band are not frontline soldiers. They are professionally trained military musicians. They perform all over the world. So they're practicing their repertoire. And secondly, they're trying to make the soldiers laugh. Isn't that horrible? Because you'll see that they will turn to face the soldiers. And of course, Oliver, when he was in the Guards, that was the first thing in the morning he'd be asking, what are you going to play? What are you going to play? Because, I mean, once, you see the bugle player as well to the far right. Now, he is not a musician. He is one of the soldiers who has drawn the short straw. So do not be surprised if it doesn't sound that brilliant. So it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So they're doing the same as the soldiers now, just forming up, making sure they're in a line. Okay, about turn. So they're facing the soldiers. Oh, look, we've got some music. So let's see if you can name the tune. And we've got the Welsh military band. Only until the inspection is finished, the music's finished, they're still inspecting, hopefully everything's alright. Once everything is okay, then the officer normally paces up and down and he decides when the next stage occurs, because there's one thing I'm not mentioning. One thing I've not mentioned is that eventually we'll see one of the most important aspects of the challenge occurring, and that is the announcement of the colour. The colour is the flag of the regiment, and of course, probably the most important, even more important than the soldiers, because of course that represents the regiment. Remember, when you're in the army, you do not represent yourselves, you are representing the regiment, and the colour, or the flag, has all the battles, all the victories of of the Scots Guards. The Scots Guards were formed in 1642. And so that is normally held by a young ensign and held, of course, with great privilege. And it will.
No.
So you can just see people hovering by the arch there. Here he comes, he voices the colour. So everything is present now. Please come forward. And when they leave, you're going to hear much more traditional marching.
Off the road, please.
So this is where you want to get onto the wide screen now. They're going to come out and you may see a little man when they leave. The soldiers rally around the colour. Looks like they've forgotten something, but it's something because, of course, on the battlefield that has to be protected, and in a way we are symbolically the battlefield as they leave. Here they go.
Yeah.